Welcome back and Happy New Year. What better way to start the 2023 than with the first official HOG Auckland Chapter ride. This one is our annual club fish and chip ride, and this year we're heading down to the Karangahake Gorge to the Waikino Hotel. Our road captain Rob had a devil of a job trying to find a place that was open and able to take upwards of 30 people for the ride. I think a lot of hospitality places are suffering with short staff availability at this time as we kind of emerge from the COVID lockdowns that we've all been having over the last couple of years, especially up in the Upper North Island. Now this ride is run on the 2nd of January 2023. And it's pretty well patronised. I think there were in total about 27 bikes and half a dozen of those with pillions, including myself. I've got my wife on the back today. We got off State Highway 1 at Ramarama, then carried on through, skirting alongside the Maramarua Forest through to Tahuna, Morrinsville. We took a break at Matamata, refuelled as well. Then onwards through Aroha and Paeroa, and finally into the Waikino pub in the Karangahake Gorge. So this video is just going to be a few highlights of various riding pieces throughout the journey. We did travel on some roads that many of us hadn't been on before, believe it or not. So it's always fun going on a ride with hogs because you never quite know where you're going to end up. Now on this big ride, we did have liberal use of corner marking, which was great because the ride did get quite spread out, and at various times if you were caught behind some riders when gaps opened up, you really are depending at certain intersections to have at least a clue which way to head, and that's where corner markers as used on hog rides come in so handy when they're used well. This stage of the ride we've skipped ahead a little bit. We're now departing, we're just leaving Matamata. We're on the Tawa road and we're very soon going to be connecting up to the Te Aroha Gordon road, at which point I'm going to be doing the corner marking here, and we can see the bikes that are on the ride travelling past us. Now I don't know how many bikes you counted, I seem to get a different number every time, but whatever you got, add in my own bike and then two bikes behind us, the Tail End Charlie Deano and one other rider as well who was waved me ahead. I do like this Te Aroha Gordon road. You might remember it from a video that was put out last year. One of the rides we had, it was done in the rain. The mountains to the right hand side of us were covered in clouds. We were heading the other way back towards Tauranga. It was a fantastic ride, and there was a slippery mess on one of the corners that I highlighted there. Maybe I'll link it through after this video. Anyway, we've now come through to we passed through Paeroa. It wasn't much to see there. The place was jam-packed with traffic. Took a bit of a while to get through, so I didn't include that in the video playback at all, but here we are now in the Karangahake Gorge heading up towards the Waikino Hotel. Karangahake Gorge is a fabulous place, really well worth having a visit. I think I've mentioned this before in some other videos. And every time I go there I kind of vow to myself, well, we'll have to stay somewhere nearby, Paeroa or Waihi, and make full use of the time there, because there's a lot to see here, a lot to see and do. There's walking tracks, there's a lot of places to explore, well worth the time. And for nothing else, the Waikino Hotel, I have to say, do a really great fish and chips, at least they did for our club this day. They reserved a outdoor seating area for us and put on the club put on fish and chips, which all came out to us, kind of seated table service, as we sat there. So we all had a great time, apart from one incident with a unruly table umbrella that wasn't anchored, and on a freak gust of wind flew up into the air, inverted itself, came back down and delivered some mayhem to our table and some of our group. One of those freak accidents, can't do much about that. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up right now. Hope you've enjoyed this first ride of the year, 2023, and take care out there, ride safe, have fun. See you in the next one.